Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Koop'd podcast. The podcast that honestly might be more of a dog person, now that I think about it. As always, folks, my name is Koopa, and every week I sit down with one of my friends and talk about all the happenings in pop culture, whether it be video games, television, and everything in between. And this week's, folks, I am really excited about our guest. He is a content creator, streamer, manager at Screenwave Media, and come on, he is the pinnacle of the Mario LP. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure I introduce to you guys my friend, that hotness, Mr. PKSparkxx. Brother man, how are you? Oh no, is he there?
I'm here. I hit the mute button. My fault. Let's try that again. Yo, what's up, guys? PKSparkxx here. Air horn for the people. The people love me. I'm glad to be here with y'all. Much love and appreciation. We are here to talk with the man, Koopa, the Koopa, one and only, the only Koopa that the anti-Koopa coalition will not stomp. I promise you got that. You got that safeguard, man. I got you. I'm protecting you. Like,
oh man,
you got the stomp proof card. You don't understand. Like, Koopa screwed me over, man, and I ended up starting the anti-Koopa coalition.
Honestly, you know, it's fine. I mean, Koopas they get in your way. Their shells are annoying. The green shells especially annoying. Sometimes in close
the
quarters.
Worst ones are the green paratroopers. They are the worst ones because they're not even good enough to fly. But that's what makes them terrible. That their lack of skill makes them more skilled. They're the worst. So, anti-Koopa coalition, but we are not going to be stomping on my man Koopa. Nope. Not going to be doing that today.
Appreciate that, my man. I get to live another day. But on all seriousness, thank you again for joining me this week. I know you're a busy man with a busy content schedule / family, so I appreciate a bit of your time here this weekend.
I'm happy to do so. Clap it up again. Short one. Keep it light.
Oh man, I can't wait till I get a soundboard on this. I'm gonna be the most annoying podcast host of all time.
Dude, get yourself a stream deck. Listen, when I got my stream deck, did you hear that one?
I did not hear that one.
Oh man, I gotta turn it up. Wait, when I got my stream deck,
I'm the best.
You know, it's like I love listening to like radio. So anytime like a radio show can incorporate like drops and stuff like that, I'm into it. I love it. So,
and then every once in a while, you have people that I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't always throw bangers out there, and sometimes I gotta call myself out and just let them know the crowd acting like. You can't hear that one either, can you?
I heard like the first cricket and the last cricket, and I think that's all.
I'm turning it up to 100. All right, I'm sorry. I'm a little obnoxious right now. Let me calm down.
Yeah, honestly, man, I'm here for it. I love it. But yeah, so as you guys can tell, PKSparkxx, the man, the myth, the legend, is my guest this week, and I couldn't have timed this more perfectly. At the time of recording this, it is February 20th. We are a week off of the latest release in the Super Mario franchise, but we'll talk about that in a bit because, PK, I love to ask this question to my guests at the beginning of the episodes because I think it leads to a much more authentic interview, and it's also just a way of me validating my friendship. So I think it's safe to say that we're friends, right? We could say that.
You know what? I'm not even gonna make a joke. Absolutely, you are one of my favorite people that I've ever met throughout the Smash community, 100% without a doubt. You are my friend.
I love that. That's a good poll. But yeah, no, we you and I met each other through the reigns of Smash events. You know, you come from the greater area of Philadelphia. I come from northern New Jersey, so
don't insult me like that. I am not greater Philadelphia. I am deep Philly. North Philly, Northeast Philly, South Philly, not West Philly. We don't talk about West Philly.
No.
But everywhere else, I run that. I am all over.
I'll have to ask you.
That's soft AF, man. Like, I know I'm pudgy, but damn, give a brother some credit. Greater Philadelphia. You're the type of dude that called Philadelphia Mills and not Franklin Mills, huh?
I don't even know what you're talking about, if I'm being honest with you. The only time I ever go to Philly is like maybe for that, like a close Philly adjacent is when I would like go to too many games, and then I'd be like 40 minutes away from Philadelphia because they got some great food in Chinatown over in Philly. So
man, I gotta show you Center City, South Philly situation being, and well, not so much North Philly. North Philly cool, but I wouldn't tell anybody who's outside of Philly to visit North Philly. You ain't ready for that. But if you stay in Center City, lower North Philly, like near Center City, like Temple and whatnot, South Philly, I think you'll be fine. Just stay away from North Philly.
I'm taking frantic notes as you tell me this. Might as well squash it now. Where's the best place to get a cheesesteak in Philadelphia?
Okay, so there are two options here. I have my personal favorite and the general favorite. Let me just say this right now. Pat's and Geno's, tourist traps, don't fall for it. While Pat's is better than Geno's, both of them are lackluster in the grand scheme of things. Now, my personal favorite is Sonny's on 2nd and Market. I stand by them, and if I had the opportunity, I would promote them to the cows come home. If they had like a social media presence, look, dude, legit, I'm in there like, listen, man, I'm not normally like this, but this is who I am, and I showed them who I am, gave them the whole PKSparkxx PO, who I am, what my reach is, and I'm like, look, yo, I want to work with y'all. I want to promote you. Y'all deserve so much love. What can I do to help? And they're like, well, we have an Instagram, but we don't really post on it much. We just kind of do the grill. And I'm like, come on, man. So I do what I can, when I can, how I can, but they don't really do much, and they're missing out. They don't understand social media in 2021, so that's it. But my personal favorite is Sonny's on 2nd and Market. If you want a general one, Tony Luke's. Excuse me. Tony Luke's on, I believe, 2nd in Washington is fantastic. They are my favorite one, Sonny's excluded.
That was actually my answer was going to be whenever I've been to Philadelphia. I had Tony Luke's, I think, the last time I went to too many games. I think on my way home, I took like a pit stop through Philly because I could. And okay. I was like, I wanted a sandwich, so I got Tony Luke's. And
dude, you can't go wrong with Tony Luke's. Every time, and I'm from Philly, every time I go down there, it's either Tony Luke's or Sonny's. I'm always buying 3 steaks. This is not a joke. This isn't something fat. Hear me out. I eat the one at that moment. Yes. The other 2, I swear to you, I will save them for like days later. I will turn my oven on, put the cheesesteak in there, toast it properly. Don't put that ish in the microwave. No. Put it that you toast it properly in the oven. You won't be able to eat it later. Keep it refrigerated otherwise. Eat it 2 days later, 4 days later, no more than 4 days. But I absolutely do that, and it's because, I mean, you can't take the trip down there all the time, but man, when you do, you're gonna want another one.
Damn, that's smart. I gotta keep that in mind for the next time I go to Philly. I gotta stock up on multiple.
Man, wait until I introduce you to Rita's and Philly's pretzels in the summer.
Yeah, I'm about it. Once we're out here getting vaccinated and stuff like that, I'm here for it.
I believe that 2021 we will cautiously thrive again.
I will give you a hug this year. I'll put money on it.
It has to happen, man. Like PAX East is slated for June. Let's try to hit that window.
That's true. I'm definitely in the market. I'm not in the market, but I'm in the wave to be vaccinated like soon. So
nice, man.
Fingers crossed if a brother can get an appointment. But
I've been fortunate enough to not need to go out. Like I've been working from home, and the only time I really go out is shopping. So I'm fortunate in that way. But absolutely, when the opportunity comes where we're getting back to normal, I need to be going out again. I'll do my part, get vaccinated, do what I need to. Also, you know Milana, right?
I do.
Milana recommended, and mind you, she's vaccinated, and I have a personal experience from my lady being vaccinated as well. I think the Moderna one is probably the better vaccine to work with because the second shot tends to knock people on their ass. Like that's what I've heard. That's what I've seen. Pfizer's second shot knocks them on the ass. Now, contrary to that, to be devil's advocate, if the second shot knocks you on your ass, but it's not as hard as it was with COVID, or it could be with COVID, and you recover quicker, then maybe that is the better vaccine to go with in the long run.
That's interesting.
You know what I mean? It's just something that clicked my mind. So I don't know. Like, everyone do what you feel is best for them, but shout outs to scientists. Listen to scientists. Science got us here so far, and science is going to get us further.
This is also going to be my shot at Milana. Hey, you want to come on the podcast? You want to talk about Splatoon? Let's talk about Splatoon.
Milana, get on the podcast. I'm going to tweet at her right now.
I was actually going to message her like soonish for my.
I'm doing it right now on public Twitter at Milana TV. Message at Koopa NJ and join his podcast to talk Splatoon and stuff.
Oh,
the tweet is out. You got a notification right now. You think I'm kidding?
I did just get the notification. This is why this is my favorite new piece of content that I've done. But you know, it's amazing. It's what it is, and this is why
I am Wingman Supreme.
I'm here for it. You are a homie. But so, like we mentioned, we met each other through through the Smash Tunnel, and you know we frequented events and stuff like that. We've worked together. We've hung out a bit. Like I said, you are a manager at Screenwave, which is a company that I've worked with, you know, time and time before, and they're fantastic. Shout outs to Screenwave Media.
They're lovely.
But I will tell you, PK, and I've told you this to your face, the first time that I caught wind of who you were was through a certain little YouTube channel called The Runaway Guys. So do you want to disclose? Do you want to disclose what I'm talking about right now?
No, let's move on. The Runaway Guys is essentially where the name PKSparkxx got known, and is how I literally, without that event, simultaneously with me doing a co-op playthrough with Cabana Mighty 456. If those two things didn't happen at that one time, I would not be where I am today. You and I would most likely not have met if it wasn't for that event.
That's great.
It is it was massive because I got an interview with what was known then as the Game Network or Gamer Network, TGN. I had an interview with them on their platform, and that was a lot of information. And of course, you're getting exposure on one of the biggest events at the time from one of the biggest gaming creators at the time, Chugga Convoy, Proton John. Like, that was the crew. If you were watching gaming content, you were watching them.
Yeah.
And here I am knocking out, getting the 4-game streak in one of the earliest events. I killed a damn thing. Mind you, I'm Gamer Supreme, so not shocked. But but yeah, I ended up winning that, got a whole interview. That I won a Wii U, but I already had a Wii U because obviously. So I ended up giving it to my friend. And awesome. She ended up taking that to Japan with herself and whatnot. It was great. So I'm glad that Wii U got used because otherwise it was just sitting in my closet. Like, I didn't really have a use for it. So I'm just like, yo, here. Like, literally, I was just like, here. It wasn't Christmas. It wasn't a gift. Well, I guess technically it was a gift, but you know, it wasn't like a gift of a purpose. It was just here. Really? You want one, right? Yeah, but I don't need it. But you want it. Yeah. Here you go. And it was funny. It was funny.
That's great.
But anyway, I ended up winning that, and that's really how my name got known. And then Mario Kart Custom Tracks, and you know, fast forward 10 years? How long has it been?
So I actually recently went back to go watch this video. I think it was in 2013, if I'm correct.
I'm old.
That's true. We are. Well, I mean, I'm on the wrong side of my 20s, and you're the ripe age of.
I am 30.
He said it. He's 30.
I am 30. I don't feel like being 30 is such a bad thing. Everyone, I'm on my 30s. Yeah. Like, my friends are okay. I have 2 best friends. We are all within the same age group, but I'm the oldest, technically by a few months. So I'm already 30. friends are like, "Ooh, I'm about to turn 30 and whatnot," and I'm like, "So, like, it literally doesn't matter. I feel no different, just fat." But that's another story for another time. I make jokes about it because I need to keep it on my mind so I can actually do something about it. Literally, after this, I'm going to go do yoga.
Oh, hell yeah, man. That's awesome.
I'm working on my flexibility. I need to get my core strength up, and then I'll do everything else. But anyway, I feel like getting older isn't really a major thing. I mean, look at wrestlers. I mean, mind you, wrestlers are kind of an exception to the rule. But you have people that are still 50, 60, still doing all that physical activity. If they can do that, if they can take a bump, then why the hell can't I when I'm at that age? Like age is a state of mind, in my opinion. And if you allow yourself to feel as though you're already lesser than because you're getting older, then you've already defeated yourself. So I'm not doing that. I've only begun to play. I got a grind to do. I got to start making $100,000 a year. I need to start paying off this house so I can move my family to a bigger house. I got to make up my own business that's going to be a trade work into a whole many other aspects. And I need to make sure that I'm smart enough, fit enough, and intelligent enough that I can care for those around me. I am far from done.
That's great, man. And listen, you guys are gonna get all this in this podcast. PK is just flowing with life advice and great things for you to take from this. But and
don't get me wrong, I don't know how to find a therapist or do taxes. I'm not the best.
Hey man, it's all a stepping process. But
wait, I just told a joke.
I can't wait to get one of those things. I gotta put that on my shopping cart right now.
We got laugh tracks, but yo, use elgato.com/PKSparkxx. Affiliate links. I probably shouldn't have did it on your podcast. My fault.
Nah, man, it's all good. I ain't got no sponsors on here.
I was memeing, but then
you're good, man. But anyway, yeah. So PKSparkxx. Again, the first time I discovered you was through the channel of the Runaway Guys and their live gaming panel, throwing controllers. You won one of their events, and I'll link that in the description below because it still holds up pretty well. It's really, really funny. Do you remember the games that you had to play that evening?
I remember the one I lost on, and I remember having to beat Chugga in Tug of War.
Oh, that's true.
I feel bad because like I have giant man hands, and I'm spinning it like this is like the old school N64 controller, right? I am spinning it and I'm pausing the game. I'm not doing this on purpose. Like you can see, like they were looking at, I'm not like pressing it. I'm not going out of my way. My hands are just big and I do it by accident. I'm sorry. So I feel like I may have scammed them on that one, but I mean, should have gave me a game controller. I don't know.
Yeah, like that's if you're not familiar with the N64 Mario Party minigame Tug of War, the way it was, you have to rotate the control stick on the N64 to like pull on the rope, and that game can like, I've heard like read reports of like that like putting holes in people's like hands and stuff like that. Like it's just not like.
Oh yeah, Nintendo got sued and they had to start giving out actual gloves with copies of Mario Party.
That's kind of boss.
That's very serious.
Yeah,
they got sued, and I mean after that game, if you looked at my hand, I'm pretty sure I even showed it to the camera at that point. There was definitely a mark in there because like I'm competitive. I want to win. Like, does anybody want to lose? Like, if I lose, but I try, okay, I'm not going to take an L without an effort. So I'm putting it all out there, and I ended up scalping that win. But damn, did it come at a cost?
Yeah, no, it's I went back and watched it just to refresh my memory. They asked you a question about Mario, which was funny.
Oh yeah, that was too easy.
Yeah, you played Ultra Street Fighter 4. There was NBA Jam thrown in there, which was funny. So this is
I remember. Did I play? I did play NBA Jam. I definitely remember Street Fighter as well. I remember. Like, I'm pretty sure I went straight to Ryu.
Yeah,
like I'm that basic. Y'all don't understand, and I hate this about me. But I fall for the characters you're supposed to like. You know what I mean?
Valid. No,
I do. Like I like Mario. I like Spider-Man. I like Ryu. I fall for the characters you're supposed to like. I just don't get me wrong. Zuko's still a badass. Vegeta's still a badass. Killmonger did nothing wrong. Like I'm not all just goody goody two shoes, but the main characters I just tend to like them more often than not.
Yeah, you're very much a face when it comes to the characters you like versus the heel.
Did this man just use a wrestling term? I appreciate it.
Hey, listen, man. Broken clocks are right twice a day. That's my only wrestling reference you're gonna get.
You've been hanging around Stu too long.
Yeah, you damn right. Love that guy. Shout out to Stu, the announcer.
Oh, I heard it. I love Stu though. He is so infectious.
Yeah,
his attitude, his personality, the way he carries himself. He is absolutely a man that is always known by the room.
Oh yeah, love that guy. But anyway, so that was where I first discovered you on the internet, which is, and again, you said that was one of the building blocks to you creating content and stuff like that. But a question I wanted to ask you is, at what point in your life did you know that did you ever think that Mario was going to be your stepping stone growing up? Like, what's your history with like when did you first really love Mario games?
Well, when I realized that I couldn't get a girl, I figured that the only thing that I enjoyed was probably my best thing to carry with. So I just kind of attached it to my life. That's it. Next question. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, you want the history of PKSparkxx? I will give you the semi-redacted version. When I was born, so my very first game console was an NES when I was a kid. Don't know how old it was, maybe like 5 or 6, but NES. It came with the classic Super Mario Brothers / Duck Hunt. I'm sure you remember that.
Oh yes,
I do. Amazing. I got both of those games, and Super Mario Brothers was always there. And then I got Super Mario Brothers 2. And then I got Super Mario Brothers 3, and then World, and then Mario Kart, and then Super Mario 64, and then Mario Party, then Mario Party 2. And obviously, you can see where this goes. Mario has just always been a character that I resonated in one way or another. I play a lot of different games. Don't get me wrong. A lot of people think that I'm very like, even though the game I choose to play is like the bright, bubbly Nintendo stuff, and just to let you know, I do this. I like those types of games because I like the abnormality of it. I don't like games that are based in realism, because when I play video games, it's for the escapism of it all.
Sure.
I don't really want to always be there. But don't get me wrong. I will play The Last of Us till the cows come home. I am all about the Tales of games. I just finished not just finished, but I finished Tales of Berseria recently, and I still cannot sleep right. That ending, no spoilers, but it's such. That game is beautiful for its storytelling. I love games for storytelling. I love games about action. I love games with detailed and purpose. It just doesn't always have to be Call of Duty, So, but to go back to PK. So I ended up playing Mario. That was just kind of like everything I loved. But when I first started YouTube, I was doing Pokemon. Oh, I was a PokeTuber. Ew. Oh, wait. I messed up. Ew. Where's the sound at? Let's try that one more time. Ew. There we go. Cinema boom. I don't know if you got that.
That is amazing.
But seriously, I was a PokeTuber. And I did that because I wanted to play competitive Pokemon, but nobody I knew was playing competitive Pokemon. And lo and behold, I ended up finding the Killer Nacho. Killer Nacho was doing stuff online, and I'm like, well, I want to do that too. So I learned how to do it. I ordered my R4 card, got my Pokemon Diamond and Pearl ROM, and I started uploading Pokemon battles like the rest of them. It was great. And then I got bored. Pokemon single battles are boring. Like playing Infinite Weather in Gen 5, it got boring. So what did I do?
God.
I made another channel that was my Let's Play content, because fortunately I came across Let's Plays thanks to Chugga Convoy. My first playthrough I saw him do was Okami.
Okay, so
he did Okami.
Mine was
go on.
Mine was Super Mario Galaxy. So we started around the same time, it feels like.
Nice. What is it? I saw Okami, like, this game looks dope. I want to do this. And I bought Okami. I hate Okami. I like watching it. I don't like playing it. There's a lot about it. Like, the gameplay was not for me, but I loved watching it. The story was great. I gave it a shot. Like, you can't say I put my money out there. I put it home, put it in my game, got my Wiimote and nunchuck, and I'm like, yeah, this ain't a dog. So ended up putting that one away. But So then from there, we already talked about it. I was just doing things, meeting friends, making playthroughs as I could. And then we all went to PAX East, and I ended up winning throw controllers, and the rest is already told. Rewind to 14 minutes, 39 seconds to hear that story.
That's
I don't know if that's a time mark. Please don't quote me on that.
If that's a time mark, I might actually lose my mind. But that's crazy.
I really hope it is. I would love for my sense to be that good.
Yeah, but no, that's awesome, man. And it's really funny how like you said with your viewing circle that you watched a Let's Player play a game, and then you eventually end up getting to play that guy like at a panel, and then you win a Wii U for it, and it's
oh hell yeah.
It's definitely awesome. And I'm really, one of my biggest regrets of the last PAX that I went to, which is the last one that happened, which is the first one I've ever been to. I was not able to attend Throw Controllers because I was coming like a day later than it was going to be. So quite sad. But maybe when the world is not ending, we'll get that chance. I did get to make up for it though, because I remember one of my fondest, because I as I've been a commentator for a while, and I don't really get weird or I don't fanboy that often when I see internet personalities that I like.
Yeah.
But I think it was at the last Too Many Games, and I went to the Crush 40 concert because Crush 40.
Oh, dude, it was so good.
Yeah, they're known. If you're not familiar, they're primarily known as the band that does most of the soundtracks for their early most of the 3D Sonic games that have come out.
Live and learn, hanging on the edge of tomorrow.
It's a great song.
Live and learn.
They played that. It was awesome. And at that concert, the whole time standing right next to me was Sugar Conroy. And as I'm going to leave, I see a crowd of people come up behind me, and I'm just I'm like, who's this guy? And I'm like, oh my God. It was an experience. We took a picture together. It was great. He's a nice guy. So if by any chance you happen to listen to this podcast, please let me interview you. I mean,
I love Chugga. Chugga's personality is so eccentric. It's exciting. He has you can't help but smile when you're around him. I've been able to hang out with him a few times. It's always just a good time.
Yeah, I like outside of a handful of people you yourself included. I don't watch a lot of YouTube content anymore. So, but he's definitely.
You mean you're also an adult with bills and responsibilities and bedtimes and people relying on you? You mean to tell me that you, a man in 2021, doesn't have leisure time to just get mad about nonsensical things on Twitter? You mean to tell me that you don't engage with? I'm not going to go that far. You don't engage with online turmoil? Really? Wow. Imagine being that weird. Cannot relate.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to start some drama right now.
Oh, man.
Koopa sucks. Fight me.
This is absolutely amazing. But
wait, should I? I'm going to actually do that.
Oh, my God. I'm here for it. You what PK giveth in potential in netting a podcast guest, he taketh right back by tweeting mean things about me.
I'm not tweeting mean things about you. I'm challenging you to a fight. Sock and boppers at dawn.
Oh, this is
okay. Wait, can we make it dawn in May? Because sure, it's cold right now.
No, 100%. It's brick outside.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Bet. All right. So we'll figure out the the date later. Time, dawn. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. This northeast weather is ruining my life. But
dude, it's U.S.
Yeah,
it's all throughout. This is one crazy winter. Mind you, northeast is cool. Me personally, I'm glad we have some snow because we haven't had an actual winter in quite some time. So I'm fine with it. To an extent, but. Man, not to bring down the mood, but definitely if you can, find a charity and help out anybody that you can that is dealing with what they're doing with in Texas.
Yeah, no, 100%. If I can find some, I'll find some links and post them in the description to this video if you wanna go ahead and do that. But
right, that was more so a statement to the general audience, not calling you out. How dare you not help the less fortunate? You jerk! We're stopping Koopa now. Anti-Koopa coalition.
Oh no!
We're stopping.
Now, see, hopefully I'm one of those Koopas in 3D world that lose their clothing when they get jumped on. Do you like how I did that transition right there? Because
did you just say that you want to be a nudist?
Moving.
I mean, live your best life, 2021. I ain't judging, but it's shocking to have you admit that right now. I mean, I'm for no pants, but I don't want to just have it all hanging out, you know? I'm not trying to, embarrass everybody.
Oh man, I'll save that for when it's warmer out too. But anyway, so the big reason, of course, why I brought you here is because, like I said, you are the pinnacle of the Mario LP,
and more,
and more. Of course, can't forget the and more, but
and more. Hey, I learned that the and more is necessary so that way people stop pigeonholing me.
Oh, that's smart. That's smart. I like that a lot.
The and more is absolutely necessary.
Yeah, but yeah. So we got this past weekend at the time of this recording, like I said, the latest release, or in this case, re-release of a new Mario game in the form of Super Mario 3D World, originally released in 2013. I believe. Is that when that game originally came out?
Super Mario 3D World. You know what? I actually do not know. Super Mario 3D World release.
I think it was 2013, if I'm correct.
Yes, November 21st, 2013.
Yep, as it just.
I had no idea that game was that old. Wow.
Yeah, it's really funny how how 8 years can gotta just fly by. But yeah, so as PK, as one of the cornerstones of Mario content, I'm assuming you've played this game. So what do you think of it?
Do you want your instant soundbite to clickbait people at the very beginning of the podcast?
Go for it.
I say this not to trigger. I say this stating it as a fact. Bowser's Fury is better than Super Mario Odyssey. That's the statement. I will add context. Feel free to ask me any questions. But Bowser's Fury is better than Super Mario Odyssey.
Wow.
That's your headline.
There we go.
We're talking about raining cats and cats. We about to start raining shit all over this podcast comments. What's up? What's up? You think it's a joke? I'm not saying this to trigger. Let me explain to you the nuances, the fine nuances of Bowser's Fury. Now, don't get me wrong. There's clearly a quote-unquote better story being delivered with Odyssey. But Odyssey is lackluster. Here's why. Odyssey, you have something where you're traveling all over the world, and yet you have about 14, 15 different areas, including some that's like in space. It's supposed to be condensed to the world around it. Like, first of all, they went too big doing Galaxy. How the hell do you do Galaxy and Galaxy 2 and then say, now we're just stuck on planet Earth? Excuse me? What? We had different galaxies. We had Milky Ways and Snicker bars and Hershey Kisses no, you can't go backwards. But I digress.
Yeah,
Super Mario Odyssey as a game does work. I think that it has the best pure controls in any Mario game. Cappy is love. Cappy is life. Majority of the game is fluff. You can beat that game with so little of the game actually completed. Bowser's Fury as an experience is free-flowing. It is the true sandbox experience that we all wanted. You have all these different areas that you can travel to easily. You have so many different movement options that are great and available to you. Again, not as good as Odyssey, but they were there. Like, you can roll a little bit. You have the ground pound jump that was introduced in Odyssey. Honestly, if you were to put the controls of Odyssey and put them into the presentation of Bowser's Fury and just add more to that sort of game, so more levels, more uniqueness regarding where you're going from, etc., etc. Make sure you include that constant threat, looming threat of Bowser just coming every 5 to 10 minutes whenever he does. And honestly, that will be the very best Mario game anybody will ever play. You don't need all the extra moons, all the extra fan service like the Mushroom Kingdom, all that. No, we just want a condensed Mario experience.
Wow.
And for me, from what I played Odyssey. I have no interest to play Odyssey again. I absolutely want to play Bowser's Fury again.
Yeah, no.
And this is from somebody who has been playing Mario as a kid, who has played every Mario game constantly, who has 100% it and knows almost every single Mario game almost being Super Mario Sunshine. to hell with 100% in that game. Almost every single Mario game, 100% like the back of his hand.
That's
Odyssey is lackluster.
That's coming out the gates strong. You also reminded me that I forgot to mention that this game was re-released with Bowser Fury as an add-on. So yeah, like PK just talked about, this Bowser's Fury is the secondary mode that you get when you purchase this game again. Like he just mentioned, you summed it up better than I ever could. It's a sandbox, open world sort of experience. Bowser is possessed by, it looks like a bad case of the Mondays or something.
You know what? So here's the thing. I ended up streaming it, and at the end, Bowser Jr.'s picture tells you how he became Fury Bowser, but because I was too busy talking to chat, I didn't actually see how he became Fury Bowser. So I don't know. I gotta rewatch it.
They don't really explain it. He just kind of is like that. It's weird. And
that's probably that. Okay, so that goes back to what I was saying earlier. Bowser's Fury is like in terms of core gameplay and like what you're doing in there is the best. But obviously, because it's an addition to the main game, is like something to kind of just there. Like, why is Plessy there? Just because. Why is Bowser Fury Bowser? Just because. What is making him as large? What the hell is this slime stuff? Nobody really knows. So there's a lot of questions that are not answered in the game. That I feel like that's not the point. And I really believe, this is what I want to believe, and hopefully Nintendo hears whatever feedback they hear and they take this and adopt it for the next Mario game. But I want to believe that what they did with Bowser's Fury was more so an open field test. Like, this is the presentation. We're not going to go so big with it, but this is what it could be. And they're like gauging people's opinions. Now, likewise, because we know Nintendo, they'll probably just do this and say, all right, this was great. They loved it. Fantastic. Let's not do it ever again.
That's very valid. And this is, I beat this mode earlier today, and we can go back and talk about 3D World in a minute, but that game's been out for 8 years and you can play it on another system. But so this is I think this is what they shoveled in there to obviously try to get you, to pay the $60 for it. And in my opinion, I echo a lot of your sentiments. It's worth it. I think it's a great baby between, Super Mario 3D World and Odyssey. You have the like you said, the advanced movement options with the sandbox field, and akin to Super Mario Odyssey. You're constantly running into cat shines and things are introduced to you, and the game, the soundtrack is great in that part of the game. And what I really liked about it, and it's something that I didn't realize how much I needed it, is that it's available from the start of the game, PK. You don't have to beat the game to play the version you probably bought to play.
Shaq got mad at me. So I'm like, I assumed that I had to play the main game. So I beat the first 2 levels. And I finally look at chat and they're like, PK, just go to the menu. And I'm like, why? You can just pick it. What? So I quit and I go. And I'm like, how do you do it? Because I started, it always shows a little tab on the side. I hit right and it's just there. And I'm like, oh.
It's
so
fine.
I felt a little dumb.
It'll do that to you, man. I definitely was in that same boat. I went through the night the game came out. I played the multiplayer with my friends, which I'll talk about a bit later. And I was like, oh man, am I gonna have to rebeat all these levels to have to unlock Bowser's Fury? And then I found that I could just play from the start, which rocks. So
thank you, Nintendo, for letting people just experience the new experience. With that said, Super Mario 3D World is a fantastic game that is, for some reason, under what's what I'm looking for?
Underappreciated?
Underappreciated, yes. Underappreciated by the masses for reasons that I cannot figure out. I have literally held discussions on Twitter. I know, forbidden. I have held discussions on Twitter, and I was just like, people, why do you hate this game? And what is it that you don't like? And all the reasons, I hear them, it just doesn't make sense to me. I feel as though it's not reason enough to say that Super Mario 3D World is a bad game, because out of all the, let's say 2D Mario games, even though Super Mario 3D World is kind of like a 2.5D where it's linear but it's open world in its linearness, does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
It's like a 2.5D game, but you pretty much go from A to B, not sandbox. And I think that it's one of the most comprehensive, challenging experiences you can have. I feel as though all the stages are varied. When I got to that Mario Kart stage, my world got turned upside down. It's so good.
And the music
it's so good.
Is awesome.
Don't get me started. But yeah, the stages are varied. I like all the bosses. I think the bosses are fun. They all pose some sort of a threat. Mind you, you can also have 999 lives, so that kind of defeats the purpose. But still, like, the threat is there. Like, you can get beat. And then, those stages in World 7, World 8, again, this is coming from somebody who has played these games all his life. And even those were challenging to me. I was getting bodied. So, and then, of course, you have the special worlds. You have all of them. You have Champions Road. It is a comprehensive, challenging experience. I truly don't understand why people hate it. And I'm so glad that this game is out on Switch. Hopefully more people buy it, because this game should be played. This game should be loved. It is great from top to bottom. There is nothing wrong with Super Mario 3D World, and there is so much right. Besides their use of cat suits. Oh my God. Stop putting Cat Mario and Cat Peach and everything. Get them out of Mario Kart and bring back Birdo. Sorry. That's
Oh,
I had a note. I had a quote.
Lost the happy, but the happy's back.
A little bit. Just bring back Birdo and I'm cool. But
so I can actually, maybe let me see if I can paint why people might not like this game as much as it should not be disliked. Let me try to. So, number one, I feel like the Wii U as a console, just like, I'm sure there's people that enjoy it. When you look at it big picture wise, it was, considered by most to be a failure. And I think it's just New Super Mario fatigue. Like, you got I think like the year before or something like that, you got like New Super Mario Brothers U, which is like, the standard like 2D platform like Mario game that we've been getting since the Wii came out. And I think it just could be like fatigue. It just, in my opinion, it might just be just fatigue from that. This game, and it still kind of holds true now, it's a little bit hectic with more than like two people. Like, it's like, it's easy to corral, 4 players when you're only confined to a 2D plane. But when I was playing with my friends on the multiplayer, it just became like way too much like stress and work to like try to keep up with everybody in 4 players and stuff like that. And, granted, using multiplayer as an excuse to not enjoy a game kind of sucks. I don't think that's like a real great way to base your look at the game, because when you play this game single player, like I said, with another person, I've been playing through it just by myself, and I did the lives trick, so I never have to worry about like getting a game over or anything like that. So the game by itself does feel a little bit easy, like I said, like you said, but like once you get to those like later levels and stuff like that, like Champions Road, it's nothing has made me sweat harder in my life than playing through Champions Road for the first time on my Wii U, and up until I played Bowser's Fury, and I have to have an anxiety attack every 10 minutes. But no, like this game like does a great job of just like, scaling up the difficulty, making things like not too difficult. The cat suit is one of the best power-ups in the game, in Mario history, in my opinion. Like, it's absolutely busted. And I just think what I love about this game, just kind of like as a whole, is that it does a great job of like revolutionizing Mario, and also like, still keeping that same Mario feel. Because like when this game first came out, like I said, the cat suit was revolutionary. It changed the way that you played a Mario game with stuff like this. And then you get Bowser's Fury, and they add something as cool as like, oh, Mario can collect multiple power-ups at once. And Mario has an inventory. So it's just, they're constantly finding ways. Again, it's like this, or like with Odyssey too, or like how they expanded, with the open worldness and stuff like that. They keep finding ways to like keep Mario fresh and new, and even by re-releasing a game that's like 7-8 years old, which I greatly appreciated.
I think that I understand the point about the multiplayer. I think that when you actually play it with multiplayers, the whole idea isn't so much as to complete it as much as it's just, have the goofy fun, screw each other over, try to get to the end, but be the one to do so. Like more so race and compete for the crown than anything else. So,
Sure.
I get it. I get it. I guess that's more so, nuances between who wants to play what, how, and individualize. Like I when I finish Bowser's Fury, absolutely, I'm going to be finding people to do a co-op Super Mario 3D World with. I want that in my life, and I don't expect to beat it immediately. I don't want to just run through and just collect everything. Like, oh, look how perfect we are. No, I want carnage. I want violence. I want death.
This is
lives lost.
I mean, this is one of those games that'll do it to you, man. Like it's
I want you to steal my fire flower when I am on my last hit for no reason.
Oh yeah,
I want you to make me hate you like I would if you stole my star in Mario Party.
Oh man, that's a lot.
That's deep, right?
Yeah, that cuts deep. There's a lot of instances where like I'm playing this game, and like even when I was playing multiplayer with my friends, like something just bad happens to someone I'm playing with, and then I just like I laugh hysterically. Like I'm just like I don't care. It's evil. It's funny. I love it. It brings me joy, and
yeah,
like
and don't play with my sister. She hates them. Dude, I'm the younger brother. I would purposely target her even if she was losing just to take her star. She gets so mad and start yelling at me, and I'm just sitting there dying. Yo, 10-year-old BK was a shitter.
Oh man, I love that energy, man. But no, so I think because that this is probably gonna come out next weekend. So if you haven't bought the game yet, I personally highly recommend it. It's been a minute since I played a Mario game. Like I just beat Super Mario Galaxy again, and I was feeling kind of burnt out because I was playing Mario 64 and like going like back in time like that. Like that game is still like revolutionary, but like I hadn't played that game since I was a kid, so I was like, ugh, I need like a break from this right now. And then
Can I ask you a question regarding Super Mario 64?
Go for it.
You have 4 games: Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario Galaxy, Super Mario Odyssey. Which game are you getting rid of?
Ooh, that's hard. If you had to put a gun to my head, and I might upset some folks with this, I'm getting rid of Super Mario 64.
You too? Why?
Yeah. I can give you the perfectly good reason why. And it's because I didn't grow up with that game on the N64. So I don't have the nostalgic attachment to it that I'm sure a bunch of other people have.
See, now I'm going to hit you with the point from non-nostalgia. Okay. I like to think that I am somebody that is able to take emotion out of situations and, kind of deal with things as they are, right? With that said, I understand that there are things about Super Mario 64 that are not refined, things that could be improved. The camera with buttons, oh my God, that was rough to work with. But there's so much that Super Mario 64 as a game defined. Super Mario 64 did to action adventure 3D platformers that GoldenEye did to FPS genre.
Okay.
It defined it. The cores that game created is still being implemented in future installments to this day. Like with GoldenEye, you had the split screen. GoldenEye, you had the the ammo play, just running around, popping everybody, auto respawn, let's go. Super Mario 64 gave you the collectibles, gave you the different worlds, gave you the platforming challenges, gave you the whimsical music, gave you the boss fights, and that formula is still followed to this day. I think that it is remiss of everyone to remove that game, considering that most other games you would compare Super Mario 64 to would not exist without Super Mario 64.
Sure, that's valid ground. So which one would you get rid of?
Well, because I was disappointed, mind you, I'm going against what I just said earlier. I feel as though Super Mario Odyssey should have been more. I didn't feel like we needed Super Mario Galaxy 2. But I do think we need Super Mario Odyssey 2 because I expected more from that game. So I would get rid of Odyssey if we could get a second take. If we cannot, if we just go away from the idea of Odyssey, Cappy is no longer a concept at all. We go away, I'm getting rid of Sunshine.
That's valid.
terrible experience. My least favorite 3D Mario game. I don't want to play that game. I will play it just to beat Bowser because it's a quick romp, but you can beat that game with less than 50% of the shine sprites collected. There are only like 6, 7 different worlds you can really get into. And don't get me started on Bowser's voice. Now, the game does have its gem. Leave my mama alone, you Batman. I won't let you take mama pitch away. I love that line. I say it every time he said, I love that line. But otherwise,
it's a good line.
Yoshi, I recently found out that the reason why Yoshis can't swim is because those Yoshis are fake and they're nothing more than figments of paint coming out from Bowser Jr.
Oh, wow. Jesus Christ.
Dude, tell me that doesn't hurt.
No, that hurts. I'm I don't think I'm going to be able to sleep tonight, man. That's rough. But, I definitely echo what you said about, because I was definitely torn between Sunshine and 64. But, because Sunshine is what I played more frequently growing up, I think I'm more inclined to lean on nostalgia. Now, granted, I haven't played that game in the 3D All-Stars pack yet. So once I go back and play it, and the second I get to that, the second I get to that pachinko machine, I'm throwing heads. I'm gonna be very upset. And I'm gonna.
But wait, the music is serene though.
Oh, 100%.
Like that music is deep.
Yeah, like I'm ready for Mario to be thrown into prison, like all that stuff. I'm ready for it. So it'll be fun once I get there. So
they really had that man thrown in jail for something that he clearly didn't do.
Yeah, it was
that is an image. Mario behind bars. just take that image and slap it across any DMCA claim they put it.
Oh,
every DMCA claim, just Mario behind bars.
Dude, that's so funny.
But I'm sorry to deviate. I had
no,
to.
You're fine, man. Podcasts are just one big tangent, so I'm here for it, and I love Mario. Like I'm very I'm excited because like I echo your sentiments where I hope that Bowser's Fury isn't just some one-off thing to do for a Mario game. Because this is, like I said, this is the perfect, or we both agreed on, this is a great combination of like, the openness of Odyssey, but you get all the great power-ups of Super Mario 3D World, and it's got everything's a cat. I love that. Like the birds are cats.
I took a deep image, like close up, using the zoom in feature of the Switch. I took a close up of the Koopa. I want you to know those cat ears are actually just attached to them. It's not like they're wearing something, like they're being kawaii e-girl. No, they are actual cats. And I think the fact that all of these creatures now exist just makes me feel a bit uneasy. Like we have cat bullet bills, cat Koopas, cat boom boom. Why do these exist? That's another thing I don't like about that's one thing I don't like about Bowser Fury, is that with all this stuff happening, we don't have the why. I don't need much. I just need a reason. It could be the most BS reason in the world. Just give me a reason. Anything at all, and I'll accept it. I just need to know why.
Yeah, that's definitely valid, because they definitely don't explain anything to that.
Is this just a bad episode of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood? Are we just alchemizing all these people together? Big brother, Eric. Sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Big brother.
Oh no. That's
see. I like. Don't get me wrong. That scene is messed up to all hell, but it's fun to bring it up because people generally respond with like I just shot their dog, mind you, haha. But still, it's just that still is a messed up.
Oh yeah, but it's from one of the greatest shows of all time. So I mean,
that is one of the greatest moments in anime history.
100%.
I don't watch much anime. I refuse to believe that there are many scenes in the entirety of the world that can beat that. I mean, maybe Marvel Endgame when Cap got Mjolnir. Maybe.
Oh, maybe. It's funny. We actually just talked about that recently. that I think about it. It's as a scene that I'd love to go back and like relive for the first time. And spoilers for Avengers Endgame if you haven't seen a 2-year-old movie yet. Yeah. If I could go back in time to be in the theater I was in when Cap picks up Mjolnir and like the world, everything just like goes to shit and everybody starts losing their minds.
Oh yeah, man. Right. That was. Yeah, we were just talking about this on Twitter, but yeah, that was just that was a magical time, man. Here's the summer 2021. I truly believe that we're gonna start getting things back to quote unquote normal.
I just hope I just want to be able to watch Black Widow in a theater safely. That's all I want.
Yeah, right. Like, don't even give me MCU. Until then, just give me more WandaVerse.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do an in-depth review of WandaVision when it's over with one of my pals, so you guys can look forward to that content soon. So
hell yeah, this man just said like, follow, and subscribe.
Hell yeah, but no, so I really hope that whatever Mario game comes next, which I don't know what it'll be. An Odyssey 2 seems inevitable. Maybe, we don't know. I guess technically the next Mario game is going to be Mario Golf, which looks awesome. But
I'm a Mario streamer 2021. I'm going to go to a movie once a month, and then I'm back home to play golf.
That sounds like you're really embracing the dad life, because I feel like that's what most American dads do.
Oh my! I want you to know my son is more quote unquote dad than me. I'll come downstairs from work and he's watching his little sister, my daughter, and he's just down there slouching in the chair watching hockey, and I'm like, you are the most dad thing in this house.
Wow.
You are so stereotypical. It's great.
That's amazing.
It's rather fun. I can't do it. Don't get me wrong, I like watching sports, but I'm not diehard about sports. I like comedies, I like joking things, I like lighthearted things. Oh, speaking of lighthearted, this is a complete tangent, irrelevant to the topic at all, but okay. I feel as though there are people out there that will actually understand it. I just want to talk about this with somebody. Did you happen to see my tweet yesterday about watching Goofy movie?
I did, and it's really funny because I was going to transition into a segment. I do this usually near the latter part of my podcast because it is a pop culture podcast, and I love to ask.
Okay, we can say it for then. We can say it for then.
No, that's fine. I was gonna move into that now anyway. So like,
bet. All right.
So I saw that you just watched the Goofy movie. So talk about this, because this is something I was gonna bring up actually.
Okay, so I'm watching the Goofy movie. I know Goofy movie. I love Goofy movie. I will hit you with the perfect cast, like the best of them. All right. I know that movie. I'm watching it again, just on a whim. Like, you know what? Let's go on Disney Plus. Let's watch a Goofy movie. There is something I can remember, but they're not gonna laugh anymore. Yeah, I know all these words. Let's get it. My son's staring at me, and I'm getting in his face like before.
That's fantastic.
But I'm watching the movie, and we get to the part where Max is in the principal's office after performing Powerline during the school assembly. And the principal says to Goofy, when he called him about your son being in trouble, he says, your son, dressed as a gang member, caused the entire student body to erupt in a riotous frenzy. They are watching a concert. You jackass. But wait, it gets worse. He yells at Goofy. I would seriously evaluate how you're raising your son before he winds up in the electric chair. I paused the movie. My adult ears hearing that pissed me off. Let somebody, anybody, tell me about that. You're going to tell me, you're going to, one, come at and attack my parenting. And then two, say that my son will be put in the electric chair. My son will be killed. Really? Wow.
You know,
and that hit me in another level, and I had to take a moment, and I was legitimately mad. Like, dude, I said on Twitter, I need to transfer my kid out of the school, because if that happened to me and I saw that principal again, we're fighting on site. I don't care. I'm gonna let you know who I am. I'm Max Dad. Boom. Done. straight right, kicking you in the knee, jumping on your back of your head and pummeling you. Like, this is not going to be, oh, we're fighting for... No, I just want to hurt you. You're not going to talk about... Like, that's too far. And first of all, how the hell did that fit in the Disney movie? In the Disney movie, what?
Yeah.
I was caught off guard. Evaluate how you're raising your son before he winds up in the electric chair. Like, dog,
that's bad.
Let somebody tell my mom that about me. I would love to see her walk up there and take her earrings out. I would love to.
I had to. When you tweeted this, I actually had to like go back and like watch this scene because I recently rewatched a Goofy movie like over the summer because back in 2020, I think the movie was celebrating like its 25th anniversary or something like that. Like it just had an anniversary year. Again, hammering home the fact that we are both indeed old. But yeah, that was it was definitely a period of the time, and that is such a great. I love that movie so much. It's one of my favorite Disney movies. It's got.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm not mad that they did it. I'm actually glad that they did it. It's more so the fact of who the hell are you to tell me to say this about my son, about somebody that I am trusting you with to watch. What? We're fighting. We are fighting.
Oh yeah,
it's fighting.
That's definitely a scene that hits different when you're like, in your case, you're a parent and you got kids. So it's like, you know, maybe someday you'll take your own son on a fishing trip and he's gonna resent it. And then
oh no, I can't swim. I ain't taking him fishing. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Better go to your grandpa.
That's valid, man. But no,
I can't swim. I am terrified of the water. I can't do it.
I love that. I'm trying to think of what I recently watched that's that feels nostalgic like that, because I have the problem where I'm home a lot more often than I'm not, so I'm watching a lot more like television and movies and stuff like that. So
you know what you should watch? The 3,000 plus catalog on youtube.com/thathotness.
Do you know what? You're right. I have years of content that I can go back and watch. So
you're damn right you do. Mario Kart Mondays. What?
I love that. The man
shameless plugs. Imagine not plugging yourself shamelessly.
The man's always on, and I respect that, and that's why you're one of my friends. You are a constant professional. No, so I think something that I'll recommend that I recently watched. I've been browsing the Disney Plus catalog. Every Friday I'm watching WandaVision. Great show. But I like to like watch something whenever I'm going to bed to like unwind, and I've been watching a lot of Boy Meets World, which is very funny.
The original or that remake?
The original. I've seen the remake. I like it, but like something about the original Boy Meets World just like hits a little bit different. So,
when Boy Meets World, Boy Meets World.
Yeah, great show. Set in the Philly area, so I mean it's top.
Wait, is it really?
I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it takes.
Hold up, I need to Google this now. Where is Boy Meets World set? Holy shit, it's Philly. What?
Yeah, and
this is news to me.
In the first episode,
Philadelphia is the fifth most populous city. Blah, 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 blah. I don't want all this information.
No,
all the main characters born from there. All the characters live in Philly. Of course, Mr. Feeney lives in the suburbs. Wait, Topanga lives in the suburbs? Oh, they all do. Okay, never mind, they all do. Wait, so they near the Mills?
I think so. Yeah.
Yo, that's crazy. Wait, I'm gonna have to rewatch that show. I'm gonna see things in a new light.
Yeah. Like the first episode, Corey gets detention because he's trying to listen to a Phillies game while he's in class. So, it's very it's very Philly through and through, and it's one of my favorite shows. I like it's just something that I like to throw on as like busy noise in the background. I'm kind of in a spot right now where I'm like kind of in between shows. Like I don't want to like watch too much of anything. I'm watching Rick and Morty with my girlfriend currently, and
okay,
that show is awesome. It's a lot of fun.
Did you just flex that you're not lonely in this quarantine?
That's
crazy.
Got to keep them honest.
That's crazy. You can hear. Never mind. I'm not gonna go that far. I'm not gonna go that far. Not gonna go that far. But yeah. Listen, if you need something to watch, just rewatch Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I did already actually, and the Legend of Korra. So.
That 70 show.
You know what? It's really funny you mentioned that. That's another show that I would watch with like with my girlfriend to like fall asleep to, because it's just like a great bingeable show. They actually took it off.
And I do that to friends.
They took it off Netflix, so we can't even watch it anymore, which is crazy.
I'm sorry, what? It's gone?
Yeah, it's gone. I just discovered this recently.
Damn.
It's real sad, crazy. Man. But yeah, my Koop'd Up recommendation for this week is Boy Meets World. Oh, and The Muppet Show. It's on Disney Plus now. Watch that. I love The Muppets.
My man giving recommendations. You know what? I'm all for it. Boys Meets World, set in Philly, best city in the world.
Hell yeah, man.
All right. Well, maybe not better than Paris. And maybe not better than LA in sports.
That's valid. Or Tampa Bay in sports. The Tampa area is pretty good. But, you know, that's Florida. It's a state that exists.
Yeah, we don't talk about that place.
You know what? You're right. That's my mistake.
Just own that Bugs Bunny meme here.
It's such a great picture. I love that so much.
Oh, it's quality, man.
So we're about at the end of our time here. I usually like to keep this going for about an hour. So my friend, first and foremost, thank you so much for joining me this week. I knew you would be a hit because we just have such great chemistry. Like when we hang out in public, you're someone who I enjoy seeing every couple of months whenever I go places. And the biggest thing that, you know, this pandemic has taken away from all of us is just that social interaction of getting to see your friends. And like I said, at some point this year, there will be an opportunity for a hug, and I'm gonna hold myself to that. So
you're gonna hold yourself to me in a hug. I get it.
So,
man, you flatter me. If I wasn't as dark skinned, I would absolutely be blushing. I appreciate you, my man. And I mean the same sentiment to you exactly. Like your whole positivity, your whole demeanor is something that I absolutely relish. I don't like wasting my time with bullshit or bullshit people, and I absolutely do not sense that from you at all. Always genuine, always hard work, and always grinding, and always honest. It is always just a thing that I feel as though I need in my life, so I will do what I can to keep you around. I appreciate you, Koops.
Yes, sir. So I will now allow you to go on and plug all your multiple things that you do in your life, because you are a busy man. Like I said, you got 2 hours.
Do you want to see the pinnacle of streams on Twitch and more? Monday to Friday, find me on twitch.tv/PKSparkxx every 8 p.m. Mario Kart every single Monday, Mario Party every single Friday, and everything under the sun that we damn well please don't in between. But best believe when you come through, you're going to have yourself a rip, snort, and knee slap a good time. Good. Of course, follow me on YouTube. I'm not uploading currently, but the boy is constantly working to get back. I just got to find a flow that works with me and being the dad and being a family man. It's tough doing everything, wearing all these hats at once. But you know what? Your boy got a big cranium. And in that big cranium, holding all these hats, is a tough brain to figure it all out. So come through with me on the journey, and Twitter as well for updates and all things PK. I pretty much just do stuff such as tweeting Koopa sucks, fight me. And well, it gets a lot of engagement. And now people actually want to see a fight between myself and Koopa. So we might be putting down a pay-per-view. Suck it, Logan Paul.
Yeah, we might be forced to scrap in the streets of Philly, which
I'll put the tags out that we gotta do. If it's on the internet, it must be true, right?
Yeah, that's true. We got to do that. But yeah, so from my end of things, folks, you can follow me on Twitter, of course, at KoopaNJ. That's Koopa NJ, like New Jersey. I also stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/KoopaNJ. Currently playing through Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. We're going to see more of that. And of course, follow the podcast at KoopdUpPod. On the internet. You can also email us questions at KoopdUpPod at gmail.com. Let me know what you guys think, and of course, make sure to like us and review us on the various platforms we're on. We're on Anchor, we're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. So,
want to know what I think?
Yeah,
I think the Skyward Sword is a bad game.
You know what? Well, I'm going to hold you to that when that game comes out, and we'll talk about that. There's your teaser, folks. We are out of here, ladies and gentlemen. This has been another episode of Koop'd Up. Have yourselves a wonderful evening, and take care.